Hello, my name is Paul Miners. Welcome back to another one of our Pipedrive training videos. Now, normally in these training videos, I go into quite a lot of detail and I do a tutorial or walkthrough showing you how to use a particular feature. Today, I just want to do something fun, which is to share my 5 favorite features of Pipedrive. I'm going to explain the features that bring me the most value in terms of saving me time and helping me to generate more revenue for my business. Now, if you have any questions at the end of this video, feel free to leave me a comment below. Or if you would like one-on-one help with setting up or optimizing Pipedrive for your sales process, maybe you want to automate more of your sales process or just get your sales team using Pipedrive in the best way. If so, then click the link in the description below to learn more about our Pipedrive consulting options and to book a complimentary introductory call with our team. Okay, so let's get right into it. And the first feature I want to show you, one of my favorite features, is the products feature. Now, part of the reason for highlighting this products feature is that a lot of the clients we work with, we find aren't using this feature. And for us personally, I find that by using products and by adding products to a deal in Pipedrive, it unlocks functionality and useful features in other areas of Pipedrive, as I'll show you here shortly. So normally the way you might be using Pipedrive right now is you might just simply be putting a value on the deal. So this is simply, what is this deal worth from a revenue standpoint? What is the size of the sales opportunity? So you can just put a value on there. If you attach products by clicking here, add products, or at the time of recording, we have this new add products section in the sidebar down here. I normally just click it up the top. You can then add products to your deal. Now, actually, if I close this for a sec, you can actually create new products on the products tab here. So if I go to that part of Pipedrive, this is where I can create new products or services in the system. You don't have to use this for physical products. In our case, we're a service-based business. We sell services like consulting, for example. So here's an example of a product or service that we've created called Asana Consulting. Just like you can on a deal, you can set up custom fields to track important attributes related to this product. You know, what type of product is this? What's the category? Things like that. On the prices tab, you can set up different price points for the product, or what we do is we use variations as a way of setting up different price points for different packages. So you can see here, maybe we have a monthly or annual package, and we do that. We offer those at different price points. Maybe I'll show you another example. So let's have a look at the SEO product. So maybe I'm a digital agency, I'm selling SEO services. I could then have variations for different services that we offer, like doing an audit or keyword research or doing link building. So once I've set up my products there, if I go back to my deal, I can then add products to the deal. So let's add SEO, for example. So there's the SEO product that I've created. And then from here, I can add my variation. So maybe we're doing an SEO audit, and that's going to be $500. And then we could add another product. Maybe we're selling another SEO product, and we're also selling keyword research. And I can change quantities here. I can put in discounts. And so I can add multiple products to this deal, think of them almost as like the line items you would put on an invoice or a quote. So I can add my products to the deal, and you can see down the bottom here, it gives me the total value of the deal. We also, at the time of recording, have the option to set up billing frequencies. Maybe this is a product that I sell on a weekly or monthly basis. I can have this renew until canceled or for a fixed number of cycles. In my business, we typically just sell one-time services. And so now when I save that deal or save those products, it updates the value of the deal, and we've now attached those 3 products. And the 3 comes from the quantities, so 1 plus 2. We've got those 3 products attached to the deal. Now, as I said, one of the benefits of using products is that this unlocks functionality in other areas of Pipedrive. So for example, if I go to my insights here, I've got a dashboard called Product Performance. And here's a couple of reports that give me really useful insights into what products or services are we generating the most revenue from. So here's a report I've created called Best Performing Products. This is a product report showing product performance. In my filters, I've set this to show only deals that we've won. So we only want to see deals that we've actually won that contain at least one product. And so now this is the total revenue that I've generated from all my products. And I've actually segmented this here by variation. So I can see my top performing product is website design. Next, we have SEO, and I can break that down into the variations and see which particular packages or variations we generate the most revenue from. And I can visualize very quickly and easily, where do we generate the most revenue from, or which products do we generate the most revenue from. I can also do a report like this. I could show products sold by month. So this is a deal performance report showing deals that we've won this year. And I've segmented by product name. And along the x-axis, I'm just showing revenue per month. So you can see here for September, we did $33,000 in revenue, and it's broken down into these various products. So this type of reporting I find really useful, which if you're not using products, you're not going to get this level of detail or insight when you generate reports in Pipedrive. Another benefit of using products is if you want to use your products for invoicing. So we have this invoice section in Pipedrive, and if you install a supported marketplace app like the QuickBooks integration you can see here, what that's going to let you do is quickly generate an invoice in QuickBooks where the products that you attach to the deal, so these two products here, with these prices, these quantities, these discounts, and also it takes into account your tax settings, that will then populate an invoice in QuickBooks. So for admin or accounting staff, rather than having to copy and paste information from Pipedrive into QuickBooks, if your sales team are putting products onto the deal, you can simply use that integration to very quickly populate an invoice and save a lot of time. Okay, my next favorite feature is the SmartDocs feature. So inside a deal, if you click this Documents tab, this is where you can really quickly create things like quotes or contracts that you can request to be digitally signed. I use this every single day and it saves me a ton of time. So to show you this, I'm going to switch over to our live Pipedrive account. Here's an example deal. And again, this feature is again more useful if you use products. So you can see here I've already attached products for an Asana subscription on the advanced plan. I've got in the price, the quantity, and a discount. Now if I go to the Documents tab, let me show you just how quickly this works. And I'm going to bring up a timer on my phone here. Ready? Here we go. So to create a quote, create new from template. I've got a bunch of templates in here. I'm going to go to my quotes and proposals, and I'm going to use actually, I think it's under invoices. It's under this Asana subscriptions one. So this is a Google Doc template. This also works with Microsoft Word. And so you can see I've prepared this template where I want key bits of information like the org name, org address, date, and you can see I've even got this product table on my invoice here. Now I'm just going to click Use to Create Document. Pipedrive grabs the information from the deal, including the products. It's going to populate a brand new document, a brand new Google Doc. And here we go. Let's stop the timer. So less than a minute. And actually, I did that quite slowly because I was narrating as I went. But I've very quickly created a quote. It's brought in the company name and address. It's populated the quote with the products from my deal. It's put in the amounts. And now I'm ready to go. I can, from here, download this as a PDF if I need to, or we do also have this request signature option. This is something we do for things like contracts. So sometimes I send a contract. If someone's buying their Asana subscription through us, we need them to sign our reseller agreement. So again, I can use this to create a brand new document. Pipedrive grabs the name of the person, the organization, and address, and it populates that new agreement. So here we go. It's populated the company name and address, and the person's name down here, and then I can request a signature. So rather than using something like DocuSign or HelloSign, I can send a request to Warwick in this case. I can put in my message, and I can then say, right, I need Warwick to sign here. And then once I'm ready, I just click send. Warwick gets an email, and he can digitally sign this contract. Again, this is a feature I use every single day, and it probably is one of the biggest time-saving features that we use in Pipedrive. We're sending out lots of quotes and contracts to be signed, and I don't have to manually copy and paste information into different documents. And this frees up my time so I can spend more time meeting with important clients, generating more leads, or making videos like this to grow my business. Now, my next favorite feature in Pipedrive is related to custom fields or data fields. Now, on a deal, you've probably already set up some data fields in the details section here on the left-hand side. You can also set up fields on the contact record or on the organization record. So you can see here, and actually I explained this in a video that I made a couple of weeks ago. I'll link up here where we did a behind the scenes on how I've set up our Pipedrive account if you want to see this in more detail. But we've got data fields for tracking the subscription details for our customers, person details, and then the details specific to that deal. Now, that's not new. We've had data fields for a while, but Pipedrive probably, I want to say about a year ago, made some really nice enhancements to data fields. Firstly, you can customize and have different fields for different pipelines. So in our business, we have different pipelines for consulting and for managing subscription revenue. And so this deal here, this Asana subscription deal, this is on the Asana subscriptions pipeline. Now for a deal on this pipeline, you can see we have this subscription details section with fields for tracking the account status, the type of subscription, the billing term, and the renewal date. Whereas if I go to a deal on our consulting pipeline, so different pipeline, different source of revenue, different revenue stream, you can see here we don't have those subscription fields. We've got different fields for this consulting deal. Some of the fields like deal source and cost we have visible on both pipelines here. But these subscription details, these are only relevant to subscription opportunities. So we don't want those fields to appear on a consulting deal. So that's a really nice feature we have. And this is a professional feature. So you're only going to be able to use this if you are on that professional plan. If you are, you can then come to your company settings here and then come down to data fields. And so here you can see those subscription fields that we've set up. And if I edit one of these fields, you can see this is where I can customize which pipeline do I want these fields to appear on. So this subscription type field, I've said make it visible on the Asana subscriptions and Pipedrive subscriptions pipeline. If I have a deal on these other pipelines, it's not relevant. So that's great. This is really nice because it means we can keep really tidy, organized fields for keeping key information about a particular deal. The other really nice enhancement we got to data fields, again, this was a little while ago now, is you can set fields to be required. Again, this is another professional feature, but if you have that, you can then make a field required. So for example, this subscription type field we've said is required at every single stage on these two pipelines. Or if I go to, let's say, the start and renewal date, I've said this field is required in order to move the deal into the waiting for payment stage or if we win the deal. And this is really nice because it addresses a big problem in Pipedrive, which is salespeople often are quite bad at putting information into a CRM. So if you watch what happens here, if I try and move this deal to another stage, I'm being prompted to fill in the expected close date. I have to I have to set the account status, and I have to pick the billing term because these are all required fields. I'm not allowed to progress the deal until I fill in those fields. This is extremely useful for a couple of reasons. Number one, again, it eliminates the possibility for human error. We don't have to rely on our sales team to input that key information. As soon as they progress the deal, Pipedrive forces them to fill in the necessary details. And number two, by having good quality data going in on the front end, we get good reporting on the back end. So later on, I can do reports on revenue that we've generated for different subscription types or based on different deal sources. Quality in equals quality out. I'm a big data geek. I really love getting into the numbers and understanding what's working well. And so by forcing myself, because I sometimes miss important details, and my team to fill in these key details, we can make sure we can generate really accurate reports and data later on. Okay, number 4, my next favorite feature, and again, this is one that saves us a ton of time, is automation in Pipedrive. And you can see in our account here just how much automation we've built out that does all sorts of things like updating contacts or creating activities, triggering emails. We use a lot of automation in Pipedrive. And this is really where you can start to use Pipedrive and customize it for your sales process and how you want to manage next steps. So for example, You might have noticed before, when I moved this deal to this stage here, ready to proceed, you can see a couple of activities are going to get generated on this deal. So send Asana resale order form and send reseller agreement. So this is how we're using automation to create almost like an automated checklist. So based on the stage that the deal is in, the automation gives us the next activity and says, this is what we need to do next. Now we're at this ready to proceed stage. We need to get this paperwork signed. And so that's done using an automation like this. So when we update the deal and we move the deal to the ready to proceed stage, if it's a new subscription and we're not moving them back from waiting for payment, here you go. We create this activity, or actually two activities here. We also do something similar when we win a deal. So for example, if we win the deal, so deal updated, status has changed to 1 for a deal on the Asana subscriptions pipeline, we create activities to update the subscription details and to place an order. We also have automation like this. So if we mark a deal as lost, and if the lost reason that we select is no-show, so somebody didn't show up for their introductory call, we send an automated email that says, hey, you didn't show up, let us know how to proceed from here. So rather than having to manually send that email, Pipedrive just sends that email automatically for us. This is another one of those areas of Pipedrive that we find clients we talk to are not really taking advantage of, and it's a shame because it is such a great time-saving feature. If you're not sure how to get started, I always suggest thinking about creating automations to create activities as you move a deal through stages. So we move a deal into a particular stage, just think to yourself, what do we need to do at that stage? Is it sending a quote, or is it getting a contract signed? Maybe it's booking a demo call. Whatever your process is, set up an automation to create the necessary activities. Not only does this save you time, but it actually helps you to develop a more consistent process that's built into Pipedrive. So when you hire someone new, a new salesperson joins your team, they just simply start using the tool and Pipedrive tells them what to do next. Okay, my fifth and final favorite feature of Pipedrive. Again, this one saves me a ton of time. This might seem like a bit of a boring one, but I really like it. And it is the ability to send email from Pipedrive. Now, I've connected my Google Workspace email. This also works with Microsoft 365 or any IMAP supported email. Now, I can click email here. It's going to pull in the email address of the primary contact here on the deal. I can write my subject and I can write my email here. Or we use a lot of templates. So here are various templates we use. If I choose this Pipedrive Discovery template, you can see it populates the email with the person's name, the copy is ready to go, the link to pay is in here. I can of course tweak this, I can edit it before I send it. And then I can just click send. Now, the email is still being sent through my Google email. If I go to my Gmail account, I would see this email in my sent items. But by sending it from Pipedrive, number one, I can just stay inside one tool. I don't have to reopen, a separate tool, go to my email. I can do everything from here. The other nice benefit of sending an email is it keeps the conversation linked to the deal. So here's an email I sent a short while ago. I can see that it's been opened one time, and I can even see Warwick's response in here. So I can see both sides of the conversation directly in the deal, which is great because as a business owner, I'll sometimes be reviewing the deals of my sales team, and I can look at the emails that they're sending. I don't need to log into their email. I can just look at the emails attached to the deal. And so if I need to reply, I can just click reply right here. It's actually using the new Pipedrive AI features, you can get these suggested replies now, or I can manually reply. So that's pretty cool. It's a big time saver. The other nice thing about this is because we do have a sales team using these templates, I can edit these templates anytime. If I want to change the copy, the links or anything, I can edit that template and my team just get the new version without even knowing necessarily that anything's changed. So those are my 5 favorite features of Pipedrive. As you can see, they're actually pretty simple, pretty basic features, but we find often that the clients we work with aren't using all of the functionality that Pipedrive has to offer. And as you can see, there's a common theme here for me anyway, which is I really like the features that save me time. SmartDocs, which makes sending quotes and contracts quicker and easier, using email templates, For a salesperson, for all of us, but particularly for sales, time is our most important asset. If we can save time, we can handle more leads coming in at once, and we can then put our energy and time into other more important areas of our businesses. So you don't have to be a productivity geek like me to get value from features like this. If you have any questions about anything I've covered here, please leave me a comment below. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a like. And if you would like one-on-one help with setting up or getting more out of Pipedrive, as you can see, there's lots of hidden gems and features that we can help identify for you. Then click the link in the description below to book a complimentary introductory call with us. One more time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.